Hey everybody, what's going on? KSA Kris here, the Real Estate Blitz. And today I got a lot of questions on open houses, so I wanted to give you my open house routine, the one that I actually wrote out and put on our team. It's going to be a little bit annoying because I'm going to be looking over here because I'm reading it off actually as it's written out. And we're actually putting together an ebook. But it's getting long, man. Like a hardcore, comprehensive open house ebook. I'm going to put it out there for everybody for free and just send it out. Hopefully we'll have it done this week. But, open houses, I'm going to do a video later. Open houses are like whether you're a new agent, a seasoned agent, doesn't matter. Open houses are something that absolutely should be in your arsenal. So I'm going to jump right into this. I'll do other videos on open houses later to actually go into why I think open houses are so important and how I would break them down. But let's just run through it. Before I get going, I want to explain to you that to me, open houses aren't something where you schedule an open house on Saturday and then you're like, all right, I'm just going to drop, 3 or 4 signs and stand an open house. That's awful. That's not a true marketing channel. You're not really mastering that channel if that's how you do open houses. So I actually it's a week. It's a full week. It's part of the daily routine. It's a kind of a requirement on our team. Part of your daily routine is to actually do these little things, whether it's 10 minutes or 30 minutes or an hour each day throughout the week to get to the point to have a successful open house marketing channel. It's an actual channel to bring in opportunity. All right, so let's just get into it. So Monday, you want to take and put all previous weekend open house guests into your sync database. So your previous weekend open house, whatever that might have been, you should be lead capturing or capturing people's information. That should immediately go into your database. If you're not using sync, hey, it's all good. It doesn't matter. Even if you don't have a database yet, you need to put it into some type of Excel document. What's their name? What's their previous address or present address? Are they looking to buy? Are they looking to sell? What's their budget? Have they been pre-approved? What kind of homes are they looking for? Whatever it is, you need to put it into something. Then next, you want to call, text, and email all potential clients that attended your previous week's open houses. So I actually have a process on that. So it says call, text, and email. It should have been written a little bit differently. So the way that we do it is I send an email first, then I'm going to text, and then I'm going to call. Right? So the email is going to be, hey, fantastic meeting you at the open house. Wanted to reach out to you to let you know that I'm putting you on here. You should be getting daily searches and would love to connect with you to see when we could go out and look at homes. Then I'm going to follow up next with a call. Hey, what's going on? It's Chris. Now, if I get a hold of them, great. Now we're communicating, we're talking, and I can schedule them for the next appointment or I can put them into a follow-up routine. If I don't connect, then I'm going to leave a message. Hey, it's KSA Kris. Just wanted to give you a call. I'm not sure if you saw my email, but just want to connect with you to see when we can get together. And I am also going to be sending you some stuff, whatever. I'm going to be sending you some searches based off of what you told me you're looking for. So if you see something that catches your eye, let me know. Then I'm going to follow up with a text message that says, hey, just want to let you know that I gave a call earlier and wanted to X. Now, sometimes what I'll do is instead of just doing a regular text message, I'll actually do a text video. So I'll grab my phone. I'll actually write a video. Hey, what's going on? Bob, just wanted to reach out to you. It's funny because now my phone's ringing. Just wanted to reach out to you real quick to let you know that really enjoyed running into you at the open house this weekend. Really appreciate you coming through. Had a fantastic conversation. On that video text, what I actually do is I'm going to go through whatever that conversation was, because at the open house, I'm taking notes. After every person leaves, I'm taking notes about them, kids, this and the other, whatever it is that I got during that conversation. So when I do that video text, I feel like I can, again, rapport, I can connect with them. Once complete, you want to flag a task in Sync or your database to attempt again, right? So I'm going to go through a very aggressive 5-day routine on trying to connect with those people. I won't do call, text, email every day. I'm actually going to start breaking it up, and I'm going to do it over 5 days. So I'm going to do that. Then I'm going to do a roll-up on the open house to provide to the listing agent that is selling the house. Now, if you're the listing agent on that house, you don't need to do a roll-up. I do anyways because I want to actually keep numbers. Okay, I got 80 people through the open house. Here's the returns. Here's how many potential buyers. And here's what people were saying, positive or negative, about that home. I'm going to do the same thing for a listing agent. If it's not my open house, I'm going to give that information to a listing agent and say, look, this is what people are saying positive about the house. This is what people are saying negative about the house. Here's how many people came through. Here's how many people are potentially looking to buy. Here's how many people said they had serious interest. Here's how many people had a real estate agent. Why? Great question. Because here's the thing, if you're leveraging other real estate agents for their listings because you don't have any, if you give them roll-ups like that they can feed to their clients, you are going to be a rock star. They're going to love you. They're going to love you. And they're going to give you more opportunities. When they're going to call you up. It happens to us all the time. Hey, I got this house. You got anybody that can hold it open for me? Because they're getting a ton of feedback, and it's going to help them out a lot, makes them look good in front of their client, for them to go back and say, hey, don't know if you knew, but we had an open house this weekend. 80 people came through. It was fantastic. So always do a roll-up. Next, provide your open house availability. Oh, that's in-house. We send that to Noreen because she's prepping, scheduling for next week. So you can do it for yourself. Now that it's Monday, you need to decide what open houses and when are you doing it for the following week. Are you going to do it Friday, Saturday, Sunday? Are you going to do it all Friday, Saturday, and Sunday? Or are you going to do it during the day? You need to write down your availability so you can go out there. If you don't have the listings, you can go out and start farming listings on your own and reach out to other agents. If you're looking for new listings from other agents, you basically need to sit down. We call it a sync blast because we put local agents into our sync database, and then we'll actually send out an email and a text message saying, hey, we're looking to stand an open house. Do you have any? So we're actually reaching out to them. So that's what we do on Monday. Next, let's roll through Tuesday. This looks like it's going to be a little bit of a long one, so bear with me. Tuesday, phone calls to sync database to find an open house, right? So you're going to actually jump on there the day prior. Monday, you were reaching out to real estate agents by email and text. Today, you're actually going to be making phone calls, trying to find an open house to stand if you don't have your own listing. Batch email blast to agents in your secondary market. So whatever your secondary market is. So we start searching in our primary market. I want to be in this area. If I'm not getting any return yet in my primary market, I'm going to start the work for the secondary market and send out an email blast for these people in the other area just in case, because I would rather have more than less open houses. Primary market was connected by email on Monday, but today you should be hitting up Sync Blast to secondary market. You wouldn't mind working as well. So that's what you're going to do on Tuesday. Again, it's about farming for a new open house if you don't have your own listings. And even if you do have your own listings, I would highly recommend that you're always trying to find other open houses to stand, because after a certain amount of time, your listing is going to get a little bit of stale, and you may want to give it a break anyways, right? So while you're giving it that break, why not get into a high turnover home, or a home that's going to get a ton of action or a ton of views, a ton of buyer opportunities, buyer leads? Why not actually try to get a couple of those so you can really just blow out your pipeline? That's why we do it. All right, Wednesday. Phone calls to sync database to find an open house in your primary or secondary market. So now you're actually farming around if you haven't found something already. And you should always be looking to make new connections with agents and lining up opportunities for new open houses. Now, if you haven't watched I did a previous video on setting coffee dates. You should be doing a coffee date once a week with other local agents, especially top producing agents. You're going to learn a lot from them, but also it's going to give you opportunities. All right? If you're, okay, and that's in-house. So same thing. Wednesday, you're going to really be farming this, but next you should be focusing on trying to begin your marketing material. So if you have an open house, you should begin creating your marketing material. We have templates in-house. We have like 7 or 8 different templates, and we actually have a cycle that they go through for digital material, for print material, and also for text material. We text stuff out too. So Thursday, call, text, and email all potential clients that attended your previous week's open house. So anybody that attended the previous week, you need to give a call, text, or email and say, look, hey, I'm going to be standing another open house at a house that's similar to yours, or a house that's in this area. Would love to have you swing by and say hi. Once complete, flag and task sync to attempt the following Monday. So you actually want to flag them again and then reach back out to them, right? Next one, create open house flyers and digital marketing. Like I said, we have templates and we have multiple variations. We have a market update that we send out every week of sold, just listed, all of it. So we have a digital piece for market update. We actually send this out to our entire sync database. So every week they're getting something from us. We also create marketing material just on the open house that we're going to be doing. And it'll be a mix of, we have video-based that's going to be on there. There's a slideshow video base. And then we also have a digital piece that's specific just to that home. We're going to drop it on Facebook, we're going to drop it on Instagram, and we're also going to share that, not on this day, we usually do that on Friday, but we're going to share that through the entire Sync database as well. We want to let everybody in our Sync database know that we do open houses. We do a lot of open houses. Because here's the thing, even if it's not your open house, just showing that you're doing open houses and they're really cool, high quality homes, and it's high quality digital material, right? that's going to show the people that are in your database that you're working, you're a worker, you're a producer, you're a grinder. And it starts dropping in their mind that, man, this guy is always doing something. It's always something new. That's another reason why you don't always want to do just your listings. All right, mass blast your sync database with digital open house flyers and invite everyone to attend. You should only be blasting people in your database that may be looking to buy a house. Leave out everyone else so you don't piss them off. And that's true. Some of the people, depending on how you have your stuff marked, I know for me, I have lawyers in mind, I have absentee owners in mind, I get a whole bunch of different people. I'm not always going to send them the digital pieces unless they are specifically looking to buy, and I try to niche it down to that specific market that they're searching in. So example, like I'm in San Diego. Let's say somebody's in Menifee, which is north, it's South Riverside, right? And I'm not going to send them a listing that I have in South San Diego and then I'm holding that open when it's a completely different market. It's just not something that I'm into. Anyways, all right. Facebook blast, open house lead capture. So that's the next one. I'm going to do a Facebook blast and an open house lead capture. So I'm actually going to take a link from our website, which is really going to be our landing page, my landing page on our website. That's a lead capture website, and I'm going to put it on Facebook on our business page or my business page, and then I'm actually going to do paid advertising on that and also a blast. I'm going to start dropping it into different local community groups, and then I'm going to pay with Facebook ads to actually go out there and get people to click and engage and lead capture more opportunities. And up at the top, I'm open house this weekend, blah, blah, blah. Check it out, KSA Spotlight. And I think that's huge. So most people start looking for open houses to visit on Thursday and Friday afternoon. So you have to remember that. People just got off of work. It's Thursday and Friday afternoon, Thursday and Friday evening. They're looking for that next weekend's open houses. So I want to make sure that they're getting the Facebook advertising or they're seeing it in their local Facebook groups or community groups. And they're seeing that it's coming from me. They're clicking on it to look at the house that we're holding open, and then I'm getting a lead capture from that. So it generates more buyer leads for me. There it is. I would recommend that you do the first blast with either a spotlight or lead capture or just breakdown of the open house info, invite, and blast. Be sure to share this from your business page so you can study the returns. And that's 100% true. You should be able to see the returns. How much did you spend? How many people clicked on it? How many people engaged with it? How many people liked it? How many people hated it? And what is the true return? How many actual buyer leads did you get that you were able to connect with? So for every $20 you spend, how many deals did you get? For every $100 you spend, for every $1,000 you spend, how many deals did you get? You should always be looking at your return on investment. Okay, now we're going to get into Friday. Facebook blasts. Photos, share from your business page. So I actually will do photos, or I'll do that digital piece, and I'll actually start blasting them around on my personal page, on business groups, and local community pages. And sometimes, it's not always, but sometimes I'll actually do paid advertising, but most of the time I won't. But it's just a digital piece that's going out there. I'll also take that same digital piece, and sometimes I will go out and drop it on text messages, and I'll send it out as a text message piece through our database to connect with clients that may be looking in that area. So since this is day 2 of marketing your open house, you can either blast out your digital flyer or you can pull down a few photos from the property and then invite them to visit your open house. Today is all about a cool picture that will engage people, and that's really what it comes down to. Sometimes we'll mix it up to where I'll actually just pull down a couple photos and I'll share it from the business page, because business page you'll have one giant one on the bottom and 3 small ones underneath. Some people actually want to engage with that more, and I'll create a bit.ly link. They'll want to engage with that more than they'll want to engage with something that looks a little more spammy and it looks like it's going to some shitty website, right? The goal is just engagement. I just want people to engage. And the reason why we put it on our business page, again, is so I can genuinely track that engagement. How many people clicked on it? How many people liked it? Not only, but if somebody quit watching this early, they're going to miss this. Whenever I have like 100 likes or 300 likes or 1,000 likes, sometimes we'll get 10,000 likes on a Facebook page. If you go and click on the like portion on your business page, it'll pop up everybody in a little separate side box, and to the right it'll say invite. If they don't already like your business page, you can invite them individually to like your business page. So you can go through. So it's not like a completely waste of money. You're actually blowing out your business page and the people that actually engage and like that thing. So it's kind of cool. Next, Friday. Circle prospecting, phone calls. I call it a 10-10-20. I'm going to go on that open house. You can pull up RedX, you can use Mojo, whatever your system is that you use, your call system. And I'm going to get phone numbers for about 40 to 50 to sometimes 100 homes around that house. If it's a high density area, I'll do 100, 200. And I'm going to get phone numbers for them. And I'm going to start calling and inviting people to the open house. So it says 10-10-20. Pull a phone number list for 40 to 50 homes around the property. It's always good to call the neighbors so you can invite them to the open house you will be holding. It's also an opportunity to show them the quality of work you do in case they are looking to sell in the future. I would highly recommend you consider doing a neighborhood exclusive time just for the neighbors. If open house starts at 11, make the first 30 minutes of the just for the neighborhood. It also gives you signs, gives your signs a little time to marinate. This is huge. So what we do, we actually put out a minimum of 30 signs on every open house, and we spread them. Because it's not that you're just driving people in, but it's also about brand awareness. People are seeing your signs every weekend, so you figure, like for us, we put out a few hundred signs every weekend. When we swarm as a team in one market, it looks like we own the market. And especially if you hit that every weekend, it looks like you're the only person working. You're just destroying everybody. So if you give yourself about 30 minutes to an hour by allowing the neighbors to come over and view the house first, it gives your signs a little bit of time to marinate. Sort of like when you talk about fishing, if you throw a cage in with fresh bait, you aren't going to get a whole bunch of crab. You got to let it sit in there a little bit and break down. People drive through, they're seeing it's marinate a little bit. It's going to drive more people there. So if someone follows signs and ends up at your open house, that's not a neighbor, no worries. You can still show them the house and be in it for the sale. Next, here's a chance to boost your Facebook advertising. You run a 2 or 3 day run, depending on when your house is open. This will help push your brand, get more organic likes to your business page, and drive more people to the home, which is why I told you about the organic likes, right? Because you can go over and invite people. Flyers drops are big. So this is something that we always say. It's Friday. If you're doing the open house on Saturday, flyer drops on Friday. If you're doing the open house on Sunday, flyer drops on Saturday. You're always going to do the flyer drops the day prior. You're actually going to do the same thing, 10-10-20. You're going to print out flyers. You can use the digital material that you created, and you're going to walk around and invite neighbors to the open house. If you don't have digital stuff or you don't know how to create it and you don't want to hire somebody, there's a lot of lenders out there that will actually give you software and systems just for open house advertising. Of course, they're going to put their lender photo on there and say they're a lender, but they'll give you open house materials that you can go and print out and actually send. So you definitely want to be out there doing an open house drop. I like 10-10-20, 10 houses to the left, 10 houses to the right, and 20 houses across the street. If it's a high density area and you see a lot of for sale signs up, do a couple hundred. Like, just knock them out, do as many as you can. So here's your chance to get up and close and personal with all the neighbors. Take 40 or 50 flyers and then door knock, 10-10-20, door knock campaign. Invite the neighbors over to the house and ask them if they know anyone that might be looking to buy or sell in the neighborhood. You won't meet all the neighbors. Don't stress. Just leave the flyer on their door so they know where they are. And if you want to get extra fancy, leave a yellow sticky on the front door. Okay, so if you guys haven't heard my idea on Post-it notes, I did a video a little while back. Go check out the Post-it note video. It's pretty funny. It's pretty good. It's absolutely effective. But the goal is just trying to get out there and introduce neighbors, get belly to belly, face to face, go and meet people, say hi, and it's an opportunity to try to get another listing off of that house. Next, open house prep. Do some sign placement prep. So I always jump online and actually look at where's the house, where are the major roads. I'm looking for major arteries. So example, like if I do something here in Fallbrook, there's basically 2 major arteries in and out. Sometimes there can be more depending on where you market, but you want to find where's the most traffic. And then you want to walk your signs back from there to the house. You always want to try to hit those high traffic areas. If there's 2, you want to have 2 ways for people to come to the house. If there's 3 ways for people to come to the house. And in my opinion, you should be doing no less than 30 signs at every open house. So jump on this cool thing called Google Earth and check out the roads and neighborhood. The worst thing ever is when you show up to the house and you have no idea about the roads or neighbors. Sometimes if you went over the day prior, of course, you should have already seen the challenges that you're going to run into. You should already see, oh, well, I can't put signs here because of this, or whatever it might be. I can't park my car here. It's going to be a challenge. And it'll show you what kind of signs you should be putting up. If you don't have a mix of signs, you should definitely look into it. Sometimes H stakes are good. Sometimes A frames are good. It just depends. Next, get your open house boxes together. So we have what's called a jump box. And in that box, you have your pens, you have more business cards, you're going to have your, I don't have any in my office. You got your boxes. We usually get our boxes from like Title People or whatever else where you can put your cards. You have your open house flyers. You have flyers that are going to say all of the other homes that are like it for sale in the market, because I give that out too. When somebody shows up, this is a house for me. Turns out I have an entire list of houses that are just like this house in this area. Would you like it? And then I brand that with our information on there as well. And then I give it to them, and I still try to schedule an appointment. I'm going to have my check-in sheet. I'm going to have my iPad, whatever it is. So you have a jump box. Make sure you prep your box. Make sure it's ready. Okay. Print out other listings, which I did in the surrounding areas. Okay, good. So the day of the open house, this is what we're going to do. You're going to do an open house blast, Facebook blast. You're going to jump on there and just start dropping information. Open house today, this is what it is, and get it out there. Get those last few people that are kind of looking that morning before you go. Next, and that's about 2 or 3 hours before the open house starts, all right? Next, you're going to do a 10, 10, 20. Let me back up. The reason why you do it 2 or 3 hours before, because when you get to the open house, if it's slow, on every one of those groups that you blasted on, you can bump those. So you go to, like out here, Friends of Fallbrook. I can drop on there, hey man, still here, would love to have you all come. Boom, it drops it, bumps it right back to the top of that entire group, so it could cycle its way back down. I'm trying to just keep engagement. I'll bump that thing 3, 4, 5, 6 times, at least once an hour. So if you're doing a 5-hour open house, you should have bumped every one of those things. Unless you're like just slammed the entire 5 hours, you should be trying to bump every one of those during the open house. 10, 10, 20, I always show up early and I do door knocking before I do anything else. Hey, just letting you know, open house, dropped off sign, just want to let you know one more time. Do a quick video inside and outside of the house for Instagram and Facebook. I do a quick video walking through. I'll actually set up all of our signs at the house before I actually go and place them. Set up at the house, I'll do my walkthrough, I'll check the house, I'll make sure I open up some windows if it's, a little stale in the house, and get it prepped, turn on lights, get it ready. Do a quick video and actually blast that out, get it ready. And then sometimes, what I'll do is create a rolling slideshow, or other people will create a rolling slideshow, which is good too. So next, it's all about signs and sign placement. You should have already had your plan. Go out and start dropping signs. I usually will wear, or a lot of the agents just wear a simple t-shirt, maybe jeans, have a change of clothes you can do at the open house. Drop your signs, hurry back. Everything should have already been stood up, so all you had to do was change, go to the bathroom one last time, and then get at it. So now, that is our entire week, because if you think about it, you're going to wash, repeat. But while you're at the open house, it's easy to sit around and accomplish very little at the open house. A lot of people do. They're just sitting there and they're bored out of their mind. Whenever you get a break, and you really should be trying to maximize your time. So things that you can be doing. As people come in and you've captured their information, if it slows down, immediately you should be sending them a text message or an email or a video. I love video, and I'll send it through email and text. Hey, what's going on? It's KSA Kris. Loved having you over here. Really appreciate you stopping by, Bob and Sarah. Excited to get in touch with you on Monday to see when we can schedule something to take you out to look for your homes. In the meantime, I'm going to put you up on a search for the types of properties that you're looking for. And if you see anything, my phone is always available. Just give me a call and we can get out there and see it immediately. So I'm immediately, while I'm open the house, trying to connect with people and already trying to schedule stuff. I just think it's absolutely important. Next, while I'm sitting there, if I get a break, I'm going to get back to circle prospecting. That 10, 10, 20 phone call, if there's 50 people around there, I'm going to try to call them. Hey, just what's going on? Just give me a call. I'm actually right up the street at your neighbor's house. I have an open house. I would love to invite you to come over to check it out. See if so you're just trying to bring in more people. Your number one goal, if you're not getting like nonstop traction, is to continue to create traction. Keep bumping your Facebook posts that are in different groups. Start connecting with the clients that just left. Start calling the neighbors. I mean, whatever it is, get out there and start engaging. So anyways, that's all I got today. This was an extremely long one. It was not my intention, but it's a whole week of stuff. If you have any questions, hit me up. I'll answer them as best as I can. If you haven't yet, do me a favor, subscribe to the channel. If you're watching this on YouTube, I'd really appreciate it. The Real Estate Blitz. If you're on Facebook, go check it out on YouTube. Subscribe to the channel. I'm trying to put out good information and content for everybody. My goal is to help change the industry. And I think the best way that we do that is that we all keep going out there and trying to educate and help each other, so we have more professional real estate agents running around doing great things. So it's really, really hard to have people take our jobs from us. So that's all I got. Do me a favor, like, share, comment, and I'll see you all tomorrow. Have a good one.